Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with the Bros alongside Fair. I am Chris, and that is James. Shout out to our executive producer, Smitty. Hey, make sure you follow us on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, at WWTB 2024. Also, hit that like and subscribe button on our YouTube channel. So when we go live, like we are now, it's free for you to do it. Free 99. Hit that like and subscribe button so you'll be notified of when we go live and what we're going to talk about. What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. I just had to speed through a 75 and a 40 to make the school on time. But yeah, I'm hanging out. What about you, Jay?
Man, it feels good to be alive on a Thursday night here in my house, or what?
Man, that's what's up. Man, hold on, wait a minute. I had to cut my grass today, and I was trying to avoid it, and I couldn't because like 4 or 5 of my neighbors have already cut their grass. I'm like, oh hell, well, might as well go ahead and do it, man.
That first cut after winter, that grass cut is bitch.
Hell yeah, and like my backyard was like thick as hell too. It was thick, and then it's supposed to rain. I think was it Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and I think Sunday, maybe Monday too. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but yeah, that's where I'm at. 'Tis the season of cutting grass. You know that adult peer pressure really it hits different because as soon as
I paid to cut somebody cut my grass. I ain't doing other shit.
No, I'm not paying nobody. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I think who was I telling? Might have been you guys. I can't remember. But my son's internship for cutting grass has been accepted, so he will be cutting grass this summer. He ain't gonna like it, but oh well.
That's the problem. I got girls, so I can give that chore. So I have to do it. So yeah, I'm paying. So,
but
every 2 weeks, we good.
I used to mow lawns in my old job. That was the only thing I actually enjoyed doing because they used to have to sit down mow lawns. They actually sit down on the machine and drive it. I used to hate the weed whacker because I hate that thing.
Yeah.
I hate the weed whacker. Hate it. I've had rocks fly up in my face. I had a rock one time actually shatter my glasses. So I hate those things. When I see them, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Someone else do it. I tell them, I'm not weed whacking shit. Don't ask me to weed whack a thing. I'm not doing it. I will do everything else but weed whack. I'll pick the weeds out my hand. I will not pick up a weed whacker. I don't care. It will not happen.
He said he'll pick it up with his hand.
I'd rather do that. Than fucking work.
If that would actually work, I would do that. But then, the edge of your grass looks crazy.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. It can look crazy as it wants. Does it look presentable everywhere else? Yes. That's all that matters.
The wings down here, you're playing with the grass. You don't have that shit cut a certain way. It ain't your ways. That's a different subject.
Yeah, no, I don't mind cutting grass because you know I get a chance to. I just put my headphones on and I just go. But man, today I actually did some work today at work and my legs were like dead by the time I got done cutting the grass. So yeah,
I can do some work.
yeah, I actually did some work at work today.
Yeah, compared to the other days where I don't do shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
I do
I
work
can
every
do
day.
it because I know how to work and not work at the same time too.
Not me. Shit, I've been working fucking overtime, fucking 10 hours for the past 3 months, 2.5 months almost.
Yeah, I
No,
do
Every day.
like 20 hours of overtime every paycheck. But again, I work from home and I know how to work and not work at the same time.
Yeah, you're lucky. I gotta meet the fucking quota and drive a forklift.
oh yeah, I know. Hey, meeting that quotas, oh, that shit is for the birds, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do a lot of the sheet metal stuff. So, like, they put me on, like, a specific timing thing because some days I have to pick up 100 and fucking, I have to pick up a ton worth of sheet metal some days, and then some days I don't have to. But the days I do, they cut me a little bit of a break. So, whenever I do usually have to pick up a lot, they're like, all right, here's an hour of, downtime and you're good. So, I'm like, all right, well, that's always good. But they're fucking kicking my ass all month.
Well,
Man.
I'll tell you what, this build for WrestleMania has been kicking our asses too, because this build has been completely ass. Uh, as you all know, the recent events of WWE SmackDown and also Raw have taken place, and SmackDown has been met with a lot of controversy, hate, no good fanfare, however you want to put it. Pat McAfee was revealed. That was the big story of SmackDown. Pat McAfee was revealed to be the one that was speaking to Randy. It was me, Cody. It was me all along.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Pat
Oh, the
McAfee was,
JR joy. I forgot Jeff.
uh, but Pat McAfee was the one to be revealed to was the voice or the person that was on the phone talking to Randy Orton. A lot of people were not happy about that. Matter of fact, when we were in Nix's space this morning, Cowboys and Coffee, me, Fair, and Nix, we were talking about that a little bit. And I think we all had the same thing. Yeah, that
Nice.
they could have kept that shit. Um, but
It was
here,
fine.
yeah, here we are. Pat McAfee is going to be a part of WrestleMania 42, and I'm guessing he's going to be involved in this match somehow. So it sounds like to me, or at least the impression I'm getting, and James, I'll start with you on this. I'm getting the impression that Cody might lose that belt at Mania, and Pat McAfee is in the corner of Randy Orton. I got a feeling. I'm not giving my pick, but I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if Randy Orton beat Cody at Mania.
Oh, I think regardless, I think he was beating him. With or without Pat McAfee, I think that's the only logical way to go. Um, but I also wonder to myself, like, what's the plan for McAfee? Is it a Bobby the Brain Heenan kind of manager role when he comes in and talks shit every now and then, or is it a I'm just doing this one off to save wrestling, quote unquote? Is it going to be one of those things? Is it going to be a month long summer thing, kind of, how they usually try to do things? But I think either way, he was winning regardless. But man, Pat McAfee, man, like, oof, I don't know. It just feels weird because at the same time you look at it like Randy Orton needs Pat McAfee to hype him up and remember who he was. Like, out of all people, Pat McAfee. No offense, but like that's the best you can come up with. I'd rather just have him talk to himself on the phone because you need to play into the voices part. I'd rather hear that than that, than Pat McAfee. I mean, geez, but it is what it is, right? So we'll see where it takes us from here. But I think he was winning regardless, win loss or I mean, he was winning that belt regardless. I just think now they kind of give like the good old like, well, here's somebody at his side to make sure Cody doesn't lose clean, kind of. So we'll see where it takes us. But my expectations are not particularly great, to say the truth.
Fair.
Um, I think it's for y'all. It's more about who was used, and for me, it's more about what was said. Like, you know, the mechanism for the bullet is not really important to me. Did the bullet hit where it's supposed to be? The context of the promo, yeah, it hit for me. The person delivering it, no, it didn't hit for me. You know, and I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat that. That like what Cody said was right, although he didn't have to try to he take that massive shot at Disco Inferno for no reason. But yeah, like it's like, bro, Pat fucking McAfee, are you serious? Like it's not to be belittling to Pat McAfee because I love Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee's energy when he's on wrestling. I love that he's pretty much a trade. Like he'll do anything, and anybody who sacrifices like that, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll find some type of enjoyment and entertainment from it. But using him, unless he's a means to an end for something bigger, if that's just it, that's a miss. If that is it, again, that is a miss. But for me, like I said, it was more about the context of the promo, the aim of the promo, which the aim of the promo was really stereotypical villain type talk. Oh, the way he does it is soft and wrong, and you don't want to do that. We're going to make this guy, he knows how to do it better and bring it to real, that type of shit. And that, again, typical wrestling villain shit. It was just really a normal storyline. The thing that everybody and y'all seem to be hung up on, it was just Pat McAfee, which in that end, I agree. It's Pat McAfee. I didn't need that.
It just feels like, obviously this is a TKO kind of move because we know Ari Emanuel is trying to make Pat McAfee the next Sylvester Stallone, but it just doesn't.
I don't think that was TKO.
Well,
I just don't think it's TKO. I think it was ESPN. But go ahead.
Possibly, but and even Ari Emanuel is talking about he wants to make him the next Sylvester Stallone or whatever show he's on, Tulsa King, Landman, whatever's on Paramount. I don't know, but like, it's just, out of all the things that you can come up with, you come up with a guy that was last seen on TV protecting Michael Cole from Gunther and saying, "Yeah, this is the best option that we have," because ESPN's kind of forcing us. It just seems like it's like you're just letting the guys that create the stories not create their own stories, because you're basically forcing them to make what they want them to, and it's like, oh, well, this is what we're doing. It's like, what? This makes no fucking sense. But
what's the difference? What's the difference for wrestling for 40 years, 50 years now? What's the difference?
What are you talking about?
Vince used to shoehorn shit in all the time.
Right, but I feel like if you're gonna do this again because to me it's the same thing from last year. You're just replacing Travis Scott and John Cena with Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. The groundwork of the story is the same to me, but it is what it is.
Totally disagree with that, especially if you paid attention to the promo. He literally said, "I'm going to save the wrestling business from soft-ass Cody Rhodes." Nothing about last year was about the mentality or what culture that Cody Rhodes is bringing to WWE, and that's what Pat McAfee is saying. But it had nothing. There's nothing to do with last year's story. Not even, in my opinion, remotely close. There's two different stories. John Cena wanted to ruin wrestling for selfish reasons. That's not what Pat gave off. Pat said, "I'm going to save the business for y'all." That's Thanos. What Pat did. That's Doom. What Pat is doing. John Cena was completely internalized with his motivations. I don't agree with the premise that it's rinse and repeat from last year. Absolutely not.
No, to me it's just it feels lazy, and it feels like this is a TKO and ESPN move by both of them to get this, get more ratings up for WrestleMania. I don't know, and I get it because
I was concerned that they was gonna make the title match the fucking first match, so I could surge out.
Man, well, I mean,
yeah, throw it on free TV.
I will say this: it wouldn't be the first time that they haven't had the belt not main event of Mania. Does anybody remember Mania 11? Bam Bam Bigelow, Lawrence Taylor was the main event.
How about
I
last
can
year?
bring up a lot of
Yeah, yeah, last
a
year.
lot of
Yeah,
yeah. The world heavyweight title was the first match last year. When CM Punk was champion for 400 some odd days, he never main evented, or he didn't rather main event that WrestleMania. Um, what else? There's been a lot of WWE title matches. When who was I can't remember. Was it Chris Jericho that had a title shot? That I don't remember. But yeah,
Well,
it's
trying to think now
go
too.
ahead. No, go.
Uh, WrestleMania 33. I think didn't have a main event as championship because I think it was Roman Reigns versus Roman
Taker.
Reigns versus
Yeah,
The Undertaker.
It was Taker,
yep.
yeah.
I
It
want to
was. I think it was
say
the match before, wasn't
Well,
it?
oh gosh, that Mania was so damn long. I had to put my kids to bed. They were watching it with me
Wasn't
because
that
they
the
had school.
last one night WrestleMania?
I think
Wasn't
so.
that?
No,
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 it
no, no,
wasn't.
no. I think
WrestleMania 34.
34 or 35 was like the last one of the last ones.
Yeah.
But no, I think this, like, I feel strongly this is a TKO or slash ESPN move. They want Pat McAfee in there because they know Pat McAfee brings eyeballs to ESPN, and you can incorporate, as he has before, you can incorporate stories onto his show to help
Mm-hmm.
push storylines or what have you. So no, I really feel that this call came from TKO, from Ari Emanuel and the board. They probably told Triple H, "Hey, we want Pat McAfee in this story because, matter of fact, they were like, we want Pat on that wall. We need Pat on that wall." Okay,
Yeah, that's
that's what
okay.
that's probably what they told him. All right, so I don't like it, but I understand it. But like I said, this build for Mania has been atrocious. It has been, outside of Brock Lesnar and Oba, Stephanie and Liv, which I'm really intrigued about. Uh, yeah, yeah,
Boy,
pretty much.
is Liv
Uh,
forehead okay though? Can she?
Man, she
Sheesh.
got a dog. She got a freaking Easter egg on her forehead. Good lord.
It's like somebody put
I'm
an egg into her forehead, bro. Like, god
I'm kind
damn.
of I'm kind of surprised that they were sitting back there and didn't really realize how close they were to each other either. Like, hey, yo, this isn't the second time that Steph has rocked her from behind either. A couple weeks ago, she fucking smoke, boom. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
Liv
this
is so
isn't.
damn small though. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't.
still though, like it's like it's like you just see like, oh shit, like it doesn't matter how big the person is, like that was some stiff work
I mean, they
because
both small, I guess, but she's like skinny. Like, I feel like the hit wasn't that crazy to me,
it was just a
but
head bump.
she
That's the problem.
flew. Oh my
It was a,
god!
But how close? I mean, they were at I felt like at a decent distance, but man,
They
I
would have
don't
got a
know.
decent left, bro. Like, and
Yeah,
Liv was catapulted, bro. Like, it was no
yeah.
chance for nobody to move anywhere.
It
honestly,
matter. Go
I'll
ahead,
tell you,
James.
I'll tell you the truth. Roxanne's kind of lucky. Her head was kind of down because if she was looking straight up, her nose would have been fucking shattered in 9 different places.
Yeah,
The way that looked, it looked
I
like
don't
when
know.
she,
Was her head looking down? Was she looking down? I don't
yeah,
know.
she
Maybe she
was.
was
She
bracing
was look.
herself, but I know, like, her. I felt like her when she showed her knot, it was like more like up here, sort of kind of.
Well, no, because her head was down. That's what it was too. If her head was straight like dead on, oh man, that nose would have been
Liv looked like
shot.
she got some nose bruising. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen, like, she got some bruising around her
yeah, I
nose.
seen that on Twitter. Yeah, she actually did an interview with CVV. What was it? This morning. I think it
It
came out. I
dropped. No,
think.
it dropped yesterday or
I
Wednesday.
think it. I think it came out this morning. I think.
Yeah, I know I've seen
It's
clips
kind of
when
short,
I haven't
but
seen the clips and it did drop on today, but
hmm.
yeah, I gotta watch
uh,
that. I watched. I don't. Did anybody watch the Cody Triple H interview? It was pretty good.
no,
Nah.
no, I missed it. I've been busy this week. I haven't even watched Daredevil. I've been real busy.
I got through the first 3 episodes, and I'm probably gonna watch the fourth one after this one. After this,
Yeah, no, I won't be able to watch anything till this weekend. Really, that's when I'll be able to watch something because I
yeah,
it's been busy for me the last few weeks.
I've been watching Invincible too. Invincible on the part where the Viltrumite War is now. So I'm about to
Yeah, I gotta watch that too. So I got a lot of things to watch, man.
for sure.
Got a lot of things to
James,
watch.
you watch any of that? Invincible, Dark, Daredevil? You watch all of those shows?
No, I haven't. To me, it's just not. So it's just not on my radar right now. To tell you the truth, um,
Mhm.
they're really good shows though. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not because I don't want to sound stupid.
Did you watch the Netflix version of Daredevil?
No. See,
No. Yeah.
here's my thing with certain shows, right? I have to be very much into it for me to really be interested. And like Invincible's good. I watched the first season and I picked it up and I just never went back to it. Not that it wasn't good. I have a bad tendency of dropping shows for no reason other than the fact I just don't watch them. So, excuse me. I watched the first season of Invincible and I never picked it back up. Daredevil, I watched the first 3 episodes. It just wasn't for me. Just not a Daredevil guy. So I'm not knocking it. It's good. It's tremendous. I just don't care enough to watch it, if that makes any sense. And then otherwise than that, like everything else about it is really good. Again, it's not something that I really care to see.
Hmm.
And right now, I'm actually watching. So I'm an anime guy, as you guys know. So right now, I'm currently watching Bleach for the first time, which used to air on Adult Swim. Yeah. So I'm watching that. I'm on episode 193, I think, right now. I have to get back to it eventually, but
You're so far.
I
That's
know,
so.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm a long way away. I know.
Hold on, you were
Shit, we
watching
got
what again,
months
James?
coming up now.
Bleach.
Bleach.
Bleach. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's
1,000 some episodes, bro. That's it.
no, that's One Piece.
No, yeah, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, One Piece is 1,001 episodes.
But Bleach got new seasons out now.
Yeah, it's coming out in July. I'm not up there yet, so I have to start really paying. I have to really start getting to it and watching it again. But
Yeah.
once I do,
Yeah, I'm waiting for a lot of anime stuff coming out. Honestly, I'm waiting for that remastered version of Super to come out that they're dropping later on this year. So
it's coming out later this month. I think.
is it like the Beerish shit?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
I thought it was in September. Okay,
Is it September? I don't even know.
I thought it was
But
September.
and then so I'm doing that now. There's a couple good ones. Like I still have to watch Hell's Paradise. Um,
Hmm.
what else? I finished. Well, no, I did Hell's Paradise. That was one. That one just came out. Fire Force actually just came out again, season 3, the finale. I didn't get to that yet because I've been watching Bleach. So that's new. I have to get to that. So once I do all that, I should be good to go. But that's pretty much on my radar right now. One Piece, I'm not watching. One Piece is fucking 1,160 episodes. You couldn't pay me to get through all that shit. You could not pay me to finish that show. No, sir. No. I tried it last New Year's Eve. Last New Year's Day, I said, I'm going to watch this from day one, January 1st, and try to continue with it. I got to I think episode 50. I was like, this shit is not for me, bro. Because you gotta skip through maybe 150 episodes of just straight nothing every other season, and it's a lot of shit, man. I give it to my friend that does it. My friend's been watching consistently, but he does the one pace version, which is the cut down version. So they tell you what to cut out, what's not to cut out, and stuff. So, but yeah, it's something I'll never do.
No, I got you, man. No, I'm gonna watch Daredevil and that stuff, and I gotta watch Monarch too. I gotta watch that this weekend. So got a couple shows I gotta watch, but um, I do want to ask you guys about this Fair, I'll start with you. Thoughts on Monday Night Raw? Um, Obviously Roman wasn't there, so CM Punk went out there and cut his promo. I think it was what 15? Was it 12, 15 minutes or something like that? He was out there.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not pay attention to the timing of that show because I had to watch it with commercials, so I was type pissed off.
Oh,
So I was super pissed off. But
well,
no, it was a fire promo.
um,
You can't say the shit wasn't fire. Like the shit had the people hot. Like the internet was blowing up, all of that. But it is the thing about like just being in the moment of the promo, and then when you get the people who do the thing with the promos, and they start breaking down the promos, and then you just start realizing, bro, none of what he said was true. Like none of it. Like none of it. But the shit was fire. So what am I supposed to say about that? Like I don't even know. Like really the I don't know if I want to say exciting part, but the shit that got the most press of it is the stuff he said about Pat McAfee. I mean,
um,
who other than that one quote about what did he say about Roman? Something about him being a failed football player or
What's
something
this?
like that to that effect. But yeah, I mean, most of the stuff was CM Punk calling Pat McAfee, and then telling him to lower the ticket prices, which is great. I just want to say to the people who really think that CM Punk is out here shooting, just saying what the fuck he wants to say, and he didn't clear that shit with Triple H or anybody else to make sure that everything was good. I have a bridge, a lake, I have a country, an island. I'll sell you whatever I want because you're idiots. No way he's out here talking shit about the CEO of a company and he don't know that's gonna happen, bro. Like I'm sorry that like we live in real life, not TV. That shit ain't happening.
heck, well, heck,
They're
that was the
not
thing.
lowering ticket prices because CM Punk said it on TV. That's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say. I was going to say, like, I'm sure that pipe bomb that he dropped back in, was it 2011, 12, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm sure that Vince gave him the clearance to say that. Heck, Vince was,
Absolutely.
hey, Vince was that, he was that type of person. So,
The pipe bomb
um,
wasn't a shoot back then, and the pipe bomb wasn't a shoot on Monday. It was all
yeah. So,
approved. Everybody knew
no,
it. So
I,
that's
yeah. Hey, and if you know what, if you go back and look at when Punk cut that promo, if you pay attention, a few of those people that were in the front row when he called him McAfee, they kind of look pissed off.
yeah, because it's
If-
Texas.
right. I thought that was
It's
pretty
not what he
funny.
was.
I thought that was pretty funny. No, the promo was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, there were some hypocritical things in there when he was talking about his football playing career,
right.
as far as Romans and how he was. People, as Punk forgets about his MMA days, but that's
Yeah, like, bro, you went to a damn a live competitive content, get your ass whooped. Roman Reigns or Joe Anoa'i was a fucking All American and was drafted.
yeah. So,
Relax.
but no, the promo was fire though. Um,
Like I said, it's a thing about, and James, you go right after this, but it's a thing about, yeah, in the moment, yeah, that shit was fire that he had. I was up here flexing and all of that. But then when you listen to it, it don't hit. To me, it don't hit. The words don't hit, but the environment of what he cut was absolutely something that hit. If that makes sense.
hmm No,
So
it makes sense. It makes sense. Go ahead, James.
All right, so if you peep my name at the bottom of the screen, you already know how I feel about it. Pro wrestling is better than cinema. All right. First and foremost, let's get something straight here. I was at the Garden when he cut it, and he told when he told people in the stands, "This is pro wrestling, not cinema." You effing idiot! I was there for that. It was a great moment. It was a fantastic moment. Dare I say that might be one of his best promos he ever cut in his entire career? I think that's true. Um, I feel like this kind of shots at TKO. If they're smart, I think they have a future storyline for next year. If they want to continue with it, I think they have. I think they have a chance if they want to. Do I think they will? Probably not. But I think Punk's promo was everything that I feel like the fans kind of feel in terms of the ticket prices and stuff. And I went to WrestleMania 40 2 years ago, and I actually around this time 2 years ago, actually, for both nights, I paid about $1,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't even get that now for one night. I feel like now it's like 800 just to sit in the third deck of the stadium. Whereas when I went to the one in Philly, I paid about 520 and I sat kind of mid-level, right? I was facing the entrance ramp, but I paid about 520. And night two, I paid about close to, I think 420 to sit the upper deck, right in Lincoln Financial Field. So you hear these ticket prices. These guys are selling tickets for $10,000 to sit ringside. Like, it's just too much, man. It's just way too much. And somebody got to say something, even though it probably was obviously directed, but whatever it is, script, shoot, whatever, green light, whatever the hell they wanted to do, I don't know. But someone got to say something. And I really, truly believe that if they were smart and they understood what they had, this could be a very good launching point for the future of the company right now in terms of storytelling. So we'll see where it takes us from here.
I think I said it. I don't know if I said it in the chat, but I definitely tweeted it. I feel like they're trying to set up a civil war type of situation.
Oh yeah, you did say that, yeah.
See,
like,
now,
no way. Now I don't know if that's gonna happen because after the CM Punk's promo or it was already in the works, but you definitely got the feeling that is at least an option, which would be interesting how they do that. Who they put on whose side, shit like that. Like who would be the people out front of that? Like who's team TKO, who's team WWE? Like it feels.
So I think there's a couple locks more on Team TKO. I feel like Randy's one of them. I feel Roman's one of them. Drew McIntyre is another one of them because he negotiated his contract through The Rock. So I think that's the other one. And that's where like a Pat McAfee kind of fits in, I guess, if he wants to be the next big draw, the Harry Megalo one.
That him and The Rock really negotiated the contract?
I don't know, but that's what rumor has it.
Let me tell you what a board member does, but they don't have power like that. That's not what their job is. His job is to literally sit there and make money. He has no power. He doesn't have day-to-day say. That's not what a board member does. Like it's not even coming at you because I know it's a narrative that's going around the internet. That's not how this works. He doesn't have enough shares to even have any stroke. He doesn't. On this platform, I don't want to spread misinformation. So that's the only reason why I'm stopping it, and the reason why I'm saying it. The Rock did not negotiate Drew McIntyre's deal. He doesn't have power to make Roman Reigns do anything. Doesn't have power to make Triple H do anything. Now, him having the ear of a Nick Khan, of Ari Emanuel, sure. Hey, Nick, Drew's waiting for his deal. Did he do that? Sure. He's not negotiating deals. He's not giving people money. I don't want to push that misinformation. That's not. We're not. I don't want to do that.
No, he's doing that. He's doing that. Come on now.
I mean, would shock me if he did, say the truth. And I think for Team WWE, you would probably get Cody and Punk are the only two locks as it stands right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens gets cleared in the summer. Mm-hmm. If he does, I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow gets involved because he's been known to kind of be anti-authority. If you remember the thing with Shane McMahon a couple years ago, so he's done that before. And I don't know who the fourth member would be in that crew, but I think that's what you would probably go with. I could actually maybe see like Brock Lesnar actually if they want to do that, but I doubt it. So for
Brock
Team
Lesnar.
TKO, Team TKO maybe hired mercenary. You can kind of play inside a little bit, you know. So I feel like they would have a very good story, but it depends on what they want to do. Now, obviously, this is us just fantasy booking, and we don't have jobs in the room. But I think that's what they would probably try to do. That's what they should do. I'm not saying that they will, but
Um, I don't know. Like I feel like that can have so many twists and turns that they would do some invasion type weird shit to me. So I don't want to pick whose team is who's on who's and shit like that because that gives me flashbacks to that horrendous invasion fucking storyline they tried to get off. But I mean, yeah, the
well,
setup is there.
wasn't the invasion bad because they were missing a lot of guys though too though?
They had enough, in my opinion, they had enough people that people knew. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even care. I don't even think it was my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the invasion angle was bad from the standpoint of I think Vince just wanted it to be strictly WWE, just beat them and all the other good stuff. I mean, it could have worked. I think cre- it was just a creative process. That's all.
It was a
Like I
combination.
feel
It didn't have enough of the big names, and they had it was too much of WWE. It was just formulaic. It was like the alliance would beat the hell out of WWE all through the month, and then the pay per view, the WWE guy would.
Exactly. So it was
The
it
whole
was
thing month, and
it
then they put
was
Stone Cold over there, and then he started winning, and it was just weird.
yeah, like I feel like if they would have had Sting, if they would have had Triple H there, or maybe even like Goldberg, and then if you would have had like Scott Hall or something, maybe been a little different because at least they would have had guys there to kind of people like, oh shit, like Kevin Nash even, you know. But like again, I wasn't really alive for it. I'm only watching it from the secondhand perspective of seeing how it was. I mean, I was alive when it happened. I wasn't watching wrestling, so like I only see it from the standpoint of wow, this is what happened. But I also look at it, I'm like, damn, if Triple H was healthy, what would have happened? Would he have been Team Alliance because his wife was part of Team Alliance too? You
No,
know,
the story came out that he was supposed to be W. It was supposed to be Triple H and WWE versus Stone Cold in the alliance. That was the thing. They were supposed because they were doing the 2-man power trip, and it was supposed to split them up to do that together. Or even it might have
yeah,
been vice versa. It could have been the story was the story, but it could have been Triple H in the alliance versus Stone Cold in versus them. Like it could have been that, but I feel the way that they were doing TV before, right before it would have led to, in my opinion, like a split of them two and then them going back and forth with each other. But then it's still trash because like I know Stone Cold started or Steve Williams or how you want to say his name back then when he was in WCW, and I know Terrorizing was in WCW, but nobody knew them. Nobody cared about them that watches WWE in WCW. So why would I care about that connection? Like it just still would have been weird.
well, Austin, I feel like had a better career in WCW than Triple H did. He was part of the Hollywood Blondes with Brian Pillman.
Yeah, he
So
was
at least there
U.S.
was something
champion,
there a little
wasn't
bit.
he? Tag team
Yeah,
champions too.
yeah,
Like
Something
he
like
was.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. I do want to ask this. So WWE they released the WrestleMania 42 card for nights one and
right.
two. Six
Mhm.
matches for each one. Um, a couple of things. Which card looks stronger? And I actually, you know what? Scratch that. Before we get to that, Finn Balor is taking on Dominic Mysterio. Now, and fair, we talked about this in the chat. I don't like the fact that they revealed the demon is going to is going to be there. I don't like that. I wish they would have just saved it for the reveal at WrestleMania. And I say that because I understand you're trying to get ticket sales, but this is one of my biggest problems I have with not only the internet but like with WWE. Sometimes they reveal too much too soon. Let that stuff breathe out a little bit. Let that anticipation build, and then come because I believe they're on night 2, if I'm thinking right. I can't remember.
Oh,
Yes.
I,
Yeah, they are.
man, the pop
They are,
that
yeah.
uh, yeah, night 2. The pop that they would have gotten for that would have been massive. That roof would have been blown off. They should have waited. I know they teased a little bit of it on Raw or whatever, which I thought was dope, but they should have not put on that card that the Demon Finn Balor will be taking on Dominic Mysterio. No, that should have been Finn Balor, and then at WrestleMania, when it's time for their match, that Demon comes out. I don't like the fact that you essentially ruined the surprise. Let me mark out a little bit. Let me get psyched or whatever, and see it organically or see it naturally. I don't like the fact that they revealed it, on the card 2 weeks before uh uh Mania
WrestleMania.
happens. I'm not saying people won't have a great reaction to it, but it would have been so much better. And yeah, if they would have just waited to reveal that Finn Balor had tapped into his demon or what have you. So that's how I feel about that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Um, I've waited for the Demon Finn Balor since a long time. Couldn't remember the last time he was on TV. I waited a
Edge,
long time for it.
Edge versus Demon
Edge
Balor
versus
at
him. Edge
WrestleMania,
versus Demon Balor,
which he was
WrestleMania 39.
also announced previous to Mania 2. But
I
nobody said
just feel,
that.
I just feel as if you're gonna do that, that should be a surprise because the Demon is his best character to me, and I'm glad that I'm seeing it again, and I'm glad that he's getting this push again to be his own character once again, to be the babyface on Raw that I know he could be. He was one of my favorite wrestlers in NXT. So I'm glad he's doing it. I wish they did I wish they would have saved it because it would have been a cool moment to see against Dom because Dom knows who Finn is. He doesn't exactly know the demon. So that's why I would have been interested to see that in that kind of frame way. Like, oh, I know who Finn is. I got it. I know his strengths and weaknesses. Until you meet the demon, then things change a little bit. So it would have been cool to see. But again, it is what it is. Me, I always bitch about something that they do. So it is what it is, but I wish they would have just saved it. Like I said, like you said, I wish they would have just had him normal on the card, and then for WrestleMania, then you had the demon come out. That would have been pretty cool. But they chose not to do it that way.
Demon Balor versus Bray Wyatt advertised before the match. Roman Reigns versus Demon Balor advertised before the match. Demon
I don't
Balor
like it.
versus
Didn't like
Edge.
it.
You said nothing about it. Literally, the Demon Balor versus Edge advertised before the match. Nobody said nothing about it. So I have come to find the internet outrage to be some of the most funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, brother, this ain't an indie promotion. This ain't that other company. This ain't TNA, ROH, none of that. This company for 100 years is about making money. Point blank, period. It is a true promotional company. They will tell you God is coming if it's going to make sure they sell more tickets. So
Well, they
with the
tried that early.
advertising thing, I don't it didn't hit me. I didn't even notice that it was there. To be quite honest with you, until I think Chris might have pointed it out to me. My thing is though, why give the hint so early? Like the hint didn't need to be this Monday. Why wasn't it this coming Monday? And then make your announcement. So the timing is what I don't like. But saying that he's gonna beat him, we all freaking we were calling the shit since September. Demon Balor versus goddamn Dominic Mysterio. We all knew the shit was happening. So that's why I don't like. It's just people just wanting to bash. Fine, bash. I'm not telling you not to bash. Bash them. They do plenty wrong now that you can just sit here and smash their head with a sledgehammer every time you want to. That's not my point. My point is that you gave up 2 weeks before you had to, or a week before you had to, I should say. That should have been the segment this week with the eyes going black and shit. What should have been this week is the shit that they used to do back when he was in NXT, and that he get his ass whooped and then the ring goes red or black or whatever colors he's going to wear that time. That's what I didn't like. It's like you didn't execute it correctly. You once again lazily just put it out there, and you thought people was going to be, it's going to be cool because we saw black eyes come out like the dudes on Doctor Strange. Like nobody like, bro, y'all are being so lazy. It is being so lazy. I'm talking about the creative team. So lazy. So lazy.
And see, that's my point. That's my point. Like you could have teased little. Like, I agree with you. You could have teased stuff leading up to it, and then boom, Mania, the Demon shows up. I didn't when he fought Edge and when he fought Roman as the Demon, I didn't like it advertised too early. I don't like that stuff. To me, that stuff should be saved until damn near the pay-per-view happens, and all of a sudden it comes out as a surprise. As long as you don't overuse that character, I'm fine with it. But when you start having the Demon take over and it's in every match, then it loses its luster or whatever. Excuse me, it loses its arm, if you will. I didn't, like I said, me personally, I didn't like it when they advertised it too early beforehand. I don't like the fact that they mentioned it or they showed it now. They should have waited. They should have, to your point, Fair, what you just said, when Dom comes out. Matter of fact, hell, this week, Dom could have cut a promo and the lights could have gone out and the ring could have turned red, black, blue, whatever the case may be. And then at WrestleMania, that's when the Demon shows up or what have you. So that's what they should have done. Like I said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it when it was advertised early for against Roman and an Edge. So that's just me. I do understand what you're saying as far as the internet rage or outrage is concerned. But man, sometimes man, WWE can shoot itself in the foot, man. Hey, let that job breathe, man. Let it breathe.
Shoot themselves in the foot on purpose.
Yeah, let it
shit about it.
Because here's the thing. People are going to watch WrestleMania anyway because it's the biggest pay-per-view of the year. Yeah, okay. So the fact that they're on night 2, which means people are going to be tuned in because they're going to because of Roman and Punk or what have you. Yeah, come on, man. WWE, boy, you guys know how to ruin a wet dream. I swear you do.
I've been saying it for months now. Everyone's starting to catch on to a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, man. Oh my Lord. Oh my
Lanta. Last week we shit all over this goddamn card. I'm trying not to do it again, but
I feel like the cards are very balanced, right? And that's the one thing. I feel like there's no night that really. I feel like the card is fine. There's no night that really takes an over precedence on it. The biggest thing I have is the build. Besides Cody, Randy, Liv and Steph, and Roman and Punk have been underwhelming, and I think that's the issue. is because you're basically going into your biggest show of the year
To
with
clarify, you
only
meant
3.
everything under that is
No,
been
dude.
underrated? Is that what
Well,
you?
excuse me. Besides 4 things: Brock and Oba, Cody and Randy, Liv and Steph, and what was the other one I said just now? I have dementia. I keep forgetting these things. I'm 30 years old with dementia for some reason. I don't know why, people.
Okay, so Brock,
Uh
Liv, Steph, Roman, Punk, Cody, Randy,
Randy,
and that was it. I've liked Jade and Rhea personally, but yeah,
but again, to me, that's underwhelming. I don't think there's anything. I feel as if Jade and BFAB should have been Jade and BFAB. Meechin and BFAB should have been with Jade from the beginning. Instead, you kind of pushed it on kind of a little bit later than expected to try to build it up. I don't think anything really picked up from it, to tell you the truth. I feel like, again, they kind of just ran it back from last year with Jay and Gunther when Gunther beat the shit out of Jimmy, made him bleed. They had Jay trapped in the corner, and he beat Jimmy up. Now it's the same thing here. Jay beat Io with a kendo stick, and they had B-Fab and Meech and Hulry in the corner. Like, it feels like they're doing the same stuff that they did last year with different people. Now, maybe that's just me, but I noticed that. I said, what the? That's the same fucking thing from last year with Jay and Jimmy and Gunther. It's the same thing. Like, can you at least not try to make it look so obvious? Can you not? Because at least, like, someone's got to notice it at some point. Like, I don't know. I feel like the entire card, besides those 4 matches, have been kind of just like there. And even, too, they're doing a ladder match, right, for the Intercontinental Championship, right? They put all the matches on YouTube that nobody watches the show.
YouTube.
So, yes, the main event thing, whatever it's called, they have a show, the pre-show. So I was at the Garden last week, or 2 weeks ago. They
We're
think
talking
the
about
matches.
that's on
Yeah, it's on YouTube, I think.
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Or is it on YouTube?
No,
It might be on. I don't know.
no,
It's also
it's on YouTube. But again, they're doing those matches for that. They're doing the matches for that qualifying thing, not on the main show. So why would you not do it? Like, why would you not put that in the main card? Like, that's a good that's going to be a fun match if you ask me. Why not show these guys on different things? JD McDonough could use TV time. Rusev could use TV time. Javon Evans don't. Javon Evans on TV all the time, but you could have Javon Evans been on TV, right? Even Rey Mysterio was the last guy to get in. Okay, fine, Rey's in there, whatever. But like, man, you could have done matches on Raw for that, but instead we got 800 fucking advertisements and 3 segments that went on way too long. So what are we doing?
I get what you're saying about having the preliminary matches on Raw, but I also know they're trying to do something on YouTube with the 3 shows that they have on YouTube. So I don't. My problem is not with the. Again, it's never with the matches itself or placing it somewhere. It's not letting people know that it's happening. Like, you do all this advertisement and got people tweeting about everything in the world, but then you don't tell us that a ladder match preliminary is happening. I didn't even hear until today that they said that the preliminary was on main event. I didn't know where the preliminaries came from.
Yeah, exactly, because they all showed up on the card. Like, wait a minute, why are we doing this?
And yeah,
How did
Michael
they
Cole
get there?
says they qualified. Yeah. When? What
exactly.
Did they qualify for?
So for me, that's better than airing fucking. I don't know. That's better than having these like random matches in Bravo and Rayo and a 6-man tag. Just do regular matches. How hard is it? How hard is it?
Gave 15 minutes to. Can we stop with the El Grande Americano shit? Can we? It's no reason to keep that shit on. Like, it's really no reason.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna answer one of them. I match the other one, right?
Obviously, but I just wanted to be over. Let Chad go be Chad again, because this shit is fucking stupid. It's a waste. It's a waste of time. What I'm about to say is no offense. Am I watching 3 fucking white guys try to be Mexican fucking luchadors? I'm sick of it. It was funny for a little bit. A little funny. It's jumped the shark. I don't need to get it up out of here. If it's a AAA thing, I watch it on AAA. Take it off my fucking off Netflix, please. I'm sick of it.
Oh man, yeah. No,
See, hold on. I'm gonna bring it back to Jade real quick, Chris. My bad.
no, go ahead.
You haven't liked, and I know because me and Chris were talking about it yesterday. I've definitely liked the inclusion of the little group. Definitely is the right people. I understand what you're saying about they should have been with her, but also Meechin got hurt, BFAP got hurt, so the timing of it is kind of wild. But what I feel like if they again, what was how I say it last week, Chris? If they book it right, this can have legs beyond WrestleMania. If they book it right.
Key word if.
If is the biggest word, but and they have booked it right so far. And I didn't put it together about the thing with the making her bloody and whatever, but I don't think I attached it to the Gunther thing because it was used with weapons and literally Gunther was just beating the shit out of Jay with his hand, so I just didn't register. But it's the same story, absolutely. But yeah, I feel like that's giving it a little juice. I don't want to give my picks away. Shout out to Nick. He tried to get my my main event picks out there on the space yesterday. I wouldn't do it, but I feel like it's definitely giving it a little juice. And I like the beat down of EO this week rather on Monday.
Well, you know what? That was very. Oh, and I'm glad you said EO. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. But I think it was very smart for them to add Meechin and BFAB to this, for the simple fact I think this match, I mean not this match, this feud, to me it wasn't gaining any steam. It wasn't gaining any steam at all. I think people were starting to crap on it, and then they added BFAB and Meechin to it, and then it's picked up. So no, I'm glad with you on that.
What happened, Jay?
You guys completely cut each other off. Yeah, I heard you guys, but you guys completely cut each other off. I don't know what the hell was going on, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, we agreed that the putting Meechin with Meechin and BFAB with Jade, I feel, and Chris agrees that it definitely has given it a little juice.
So the first hour is free, right? On both nights, they announced what the opening the show is. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I just want to point out for all the people that are subscribed to us, which is not many. Hopefully, it comes up soon, or via the shorts or whatever.
Shout out to 48 people, though.
I hope people really truly realize that after all the discussions of LA Knight and Jey Uso, they end up being in the same match together. Ain't that some shit? we struggled hard and long to debate who was the better guy or whatever was going on, just for it to be where Jey Uso and LA Knight are in the same match, opening the show at WrestleMania 42.
Ridiculous.
If you were here for us in the beginning, this is what we call a stalemate, ladies and gentlemen.
We call it ridiculous. That's what we call it.
This is the definition of a stalemate.
Call it ridiculous.
I said after me and you went back and forth talking about Jey Uso and LA Knight. Chris, is fair choppy?
No, you're good.
No, I'm saying it's fair choppy because I can't hear him.
Oh, hold on. I can't. Hold on. I can't hear fair either. Did he cut out?
I think he did.
Oh yeah. You're good.
Okay, yeah, because I can't see or hear, so that's why I was okay. Now we're good. But yeah, I was saying after all the shit that we were talking about through the entire fall and winter about Jey Uso and LA Knight, it just so happens they're a tag team in the same match, WrestleMania 42, and they're opening the card.
Stupid.
So what were we arguing about this whole time, huh?
For no fucking reason.
What were we arguing about this whole time?
It's not even about who's better, who's not. I don't, like I've always said, is who you rock with. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? But they're both awesome, and they both should not be. Well, no, Jay and Jimmy should be in the tag team because they had tag team title. But it just and it's not even on this one. You can't blame nobody because injuries happen, right?
Injuries happen there. Yeah,
obviously Brunson Reed was shoehorned in for LA Knight to get that, right? So nothing really you can do about it. But I don't know. We also got to really have a deep, maybe after Mania, and like we just have a real overview of it. But there is a lot of injuries right now. That is,
There's a
Yeah,
lot of there's a
it's a
lot of
ton of
injuries.
injuries.
There's a lot of injuries, and I feel like there's a lot of things on the card that are not being defended at WrestleMania that should have matches. Even though the card is very stacked, I also think the fact that the tag team belts are not being defended at WrestleMania to me on the men's side, on either side of the bracket, is very weird to me. The Usos and the Damian Priest and R-Truth, or Ron Cena, whatever he wants to be called now. That not being defended at WrestleMania is kind of weird to me. Julia not making a WrestleMania card is very weird to me. Tiffany Stratton being involved in just about every promotional piece for WrestleMania and not being on the card is very weird to me. Io
Io Sky
Scott
not being, yeah,
potentially not
yeah.
being on the card the WrestleMania is very weird to me because it almost kind of feels. I know injuries happen and people get hurt and stuff, but how are you going to lose two of the top eight promotional pieces that you've had on your card going in the WrestleMania season in Stratton and Io? How are you not going to have the United States Women's Champion not be on the card in some which way, shape, or form, and then you're going to sit there and not have either tag belt defended? It just seems as if they're trying to just get the stories that they have out, and just say, you know what, fuck it, we'll get to these belts later. But I also think that kind of waters down the mid card because now you're having champions not be on the show, and it's WrestleMania. So it just seems very weird to me. Like I feel as if like this should be the one time of the year, or at least the one pay-per-view, where they pull an AEW pay-per-view. Just go fucking 5 hours. Who gives a shit? It's WrestleMania. Like,
I give a shit. Don't do that to me. What are you doing?
what are you talking about? AEW's on Sunday, man. You better get ready. That's a 5 hour pay-per-view. Dynasty. 8 p.m. in Vancouver, baby. MJF versus Kenny Omega. Please tune in. That's gonna be a certified banger.
I'm not doing that. I'm not watching 6-7 hours of fucking wrestling. You guys must be out your goddamn head. I'm not built for that no more. I'm that was 20-something-year-old. I'm 42. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit anymore.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes you gotta somehow find a way to put people in the card. I don't understand how Io Sky is not have a match. To tell you the truth, I don't get it.
And I think that's what James is about to get to. Stories are stories, whatever. But the story is that Brie and I know, is it Nikki Bella? Nikki Bella's ankle, she might not be able to go. So they're holding the Kabuki Warriors in place so they can replace the Bella twins. And that's why Asuka is not at WrestleMania.
Right. But hold on, fair to that point though. Io Scott should have been on the card in the first place.
But if the plan was to go Asuka and Io, she had nothing else built with anybody. So you want to get another shoehorned in type of feud. You tried to shoehorn her into to Rhea, and I think her getting beat down was them taking her back out because they didn't need her. That wasn't point of that story. But it was you can't just. I agree with it, kind of like you just if your plan was Asuka and Io for Kyrie or whatever it was going to be, you can't just shove Io into something else. Like
See,
take the
they should have just copied the good old Eddie and Ray thing with Dom back in 2005 in custody of Kyrie Sane.
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked it a custody brief on the pole. I loved it. But, Nikki Bella's hurt, and they might need the Kabuki Warriors, so they couldn't really do it. I understand.
Which sucks. But again, it just seems awfully weird to not have one of your best wrestlers on the card. But unfortunately, I think that also comes from the fact that Bianca Belair is still hurt. I think that's what kind of drives everything down. Because if she was healthy, I feel as if if she was healthy, I feel as if it wouldn't be Bianca and it wouldn't be Jade and Rhea at WrestleMania. It would be Bianca and Jade, and then Rio, I guess, would be going to WrestleMania's tag champions. So at least they have something there. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a good card, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good wrestling card, but we'll see where it takes us from here, right? Because
I said
some,
last week that the card is good on paper, but it has no rhyme or reason. Like, Oba and I can't say that match, so I want to talk about that real quick. But yeah, I got Jade and Rhea, but where am I putting that on the card? Like, we were trying to we know what the first match is now, but if I was saying, last week how we do, what card leads off the match, who would you have picked? Not knowing what you already know what it is now, but who would you like? There's no importance escalation through the card, if you get what I'm saying. Like, we all know this match is where it is, and this match is where it is, but where is the rhyme or reason for the rest of the card? And that's the problem with the build of WrestleMania being so bad. It makes the card lesser, although you have a star-studded card, because you have no story build up behind it.
For night one or night two or both?
Both. I know what the top of the card is. I know that story. I know Oba and Brock, who is leading off night 2 on ESPN. Tell me the story between everything else. Other than Dom and Finn. Dom and Finn is the only other legitimate story that is built up. Nothing else has a rhyme or reason to it. Because Go ahead, sorry.
You don't think Sammy and Trick is in a way?
Yeah. Sammy and Trick has been building for at least since Trick got up to the main roster.
Elimination Chamber. Yeah. So, I know, actually, yes, it's the main roster, actually, yeah.
And then you got Trick and Sammy. That's still, you still got what? 5 other matches? 6 other matches on you? Like, come on. It's terrible. What they did was terrible this year. It really hurt the importance of that card. Like, it's just not to say like this, but it's just, matches thrown together.
Well, I also think that qualifying Intercontinental ladder matches should have been on TV as well on Netflix, because at least then you could have a build towards that as well. I feel like they've done a decent job with the women's tag teams, having them involved every week, interfering in each other's matches, kind of going back and forth. So at least you have somewhat of a base there, right? And obviously you have the Bayley and Lyra redemption arc. You have, Charlotte and Alexa, trying to regain their gold back again. Nia and Lash Legend, who are the champions going in, obviously they're just, they're doing what they're doing and stuff. And Lash Legend's a superstar in this company, a future superstar. Hopefully they book her right going forward. And then, you have the Bellas, who are obviously the older tag team and stuff. And so at least you have some kind of a base, because they've all got to interfere with their matches, right? Otherwise than that, like, I don't know. I think the card's decently booked. It just hasn't really been like to the level of what we expect. Because even to me, the Usos and LA Knight and the Vision with Speed is kind of just there, but at least it has some base to it, like some background to it, right? Because LA Knight's been feuding with the Vision for almost a year now. They don't really have a lot of tag teams on Raw, so you're really throwing the only 2 tag teams on Raw together and saying, here you go, So at least there's something there. But it just seems like the building of the matches has been slow, but there's groundwork, but it's just not there yet. Or it never was going to get there,
This shit's been trash.
Yeah, it has, man. It has.
It also doesn't help too that Monday Night Raw has only 40 minutes of wrestling on average per week.
Dog, James, every time I watch Raw, I get more and more upset. And I get it, you have to run ads. But boy, man, Netflix promotes the hell out of their shows. And I mean, USA does it too, or when it was on USA or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, that doesn't bother me, but I mean, because I get it, it's a business. You're pushing your content on there, but I'm with you though too, man. 40 minutes, 45 minutes of actual wrestling that's being shown, and it's a 2.5 hour show. Come on, man, something's got to give there. Something has to
Yeah,
give.
it's like it almost kind of feels like Bloodline SmackDown, where the main event and the opener was a segment, right? That lasted from the first 30 minutes until the last 20 minutes of the show. And then you had matches thrown together, you had backstage segments thrown together, and you maybe had like 4 or 5 matches. But that's what you had. It feels like they just copied that formula and put it on Monday Night Raw. And I don't know how much of it hits because, again, we've
Because
seen
you
this
don't have
before.
Roman and Bloodline actually doing it.
That's probably also as well. But it just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't. Now, I do have a prediction, though, for WrestleMania. I feel as if the whole band is getting back together. I wouldn't be surprised if Solo helps him out in WrestleMania. Only because the MFT is kind of breaking.
We got picks next week. Oh, give away your picks.
I'm not giving away picks. I'm not giving away picks. All I said is I think he's going to help him. I don't think he's going to win. I don't know who's going to win. But I think Solo tries to help. To tell you the truth, I think they're going to reform the whole fucking thing. But the MFT is going to break apart.
I will bet you. We'll do it off air, but I will make you a bet that no original Bloodline member causes a win or loss at WrestleMania in Roman's match.
So you don't think anyone's getting involved?
I didn't say that.
You don't think you think they're going to get involved, but it's not going to help them win?
I didn't say that. I said no original Bloodline member will help Roman win that night.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say about my pick. You're trying to get my picks up. You know what I'm saying? I got all this stuff.
Look, I'm not trying to get anything out of anybody.
I ain't my picks.
I ain't trying to get nothing out of anybody.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. How about we roll the credits before the show ends?
That Oba Brock shit was, I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing? They rolled the credits 10 minutes before the fucking show ended.
Someone's getting fired.
And then cut it off early as these dudes are fighting.
Yeah.
Again, I think that's the time constraints that they're forced against, and it's also funny because you heard Triple H say when they first went to Netflix, well, sometimes they may go over 2.5 hours, and sometimes it might be 3, it might be less, it might be an hour. So apparently, it's just been cutting out at 2:30 every week. So if you knew that this was going to happen, why didn't you go over? It's not like you have to worry about other TV shows on your block. You could easily do 3 hours if you want to. I don't understand why they didn't.
Because I do think they have time constraints. I don't think they can go 3 hours without previously or 4 hours without saying it first with Netflix. I think somebody went over, and my assumption is that was CM Punk, and they cut the show off.
Well, I also feel like in certain moments they kind of need to at least ask Netflix if they can go over a little bit if that's the case, because you need to explain stories. And I feel like if you're cutting yourself to 2 hours and 30 minutes just to get by on what you need to do, you're not developing anything. You're essentially just saying we're sticking to our time constraint, and if it's not going to fit, it's not going to fit. Sometimes I feel like the stories they need to show need to go over a little bit. It doesn't have to be an hour over. It could just be 15, 20 minutes over. You can make it work. I just don't understand why they constantly feel the need to do that. Because I feel like back in the day, when I was a kid and watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, everything fit within that 2 hour window and it was perfectly fine. Like, I don't remember shit ever really not going over, like spilling over. I felt like
very, very rarely did it go over.
Yeah, like I feel like nowadays it's like, nah, check out what happened after the show. It's like, why not just put that on the show? Like, I don't want to go on YouTube and look it up. I'm lazy sometimes. I don't want to do that. It's incredibly lazy of me to say that. But again, it's the truth. Just show it on the TV. Like, Why do I got to check YouTube for it? Like, I understand you want to get all platforms involved, but it's like, man, I don't really want to see it on YouTube. Just show it to me on air. How hard is it?
I don't know. I don't know what that was Monday. Like, I know that they do the fake out with the credit thing, so that immediately popped my attention. Like, oh, they about to do something. And then they got Brock and Oba walled off in the corner, and they fucking go off the air. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, why would you go off the air at that point? Yeah.
They throwing fucking the steel stairs at each other, and fucking Oba tripping over security guards, and Oba threw did Oba throw the chair? No, Oba threw the stairs back at Brock. Well, after it was just, I don't know. That shit was.
It was a mess.
They have not had this few months. This few months has been bad, bro. They need to, in my opinion, WrestleMania gonna be a WrestleMania. Y'all need to focus on the Raw after WrestleMania and make sure that shit pop. Because this shit is lost. It's a lost cause. We just gonna watch the show, and the show is gonna be what it is, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you guys will have a great night. Don't forget to follow us at WWTV 2024. Also, hit that like and subscribe button on our YouTube channel so you can be notified of when we go live. For Fair, our executive producer, Smitty, I'm Chris and James. Also, well, hold on, let me do that over again because I fucked up. For Fair, James, our executive producer, Smitty, I'm Chris. Y'all have a great night. Smitty, hit the music. We out of here. Holla.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros.
Acknowledge us.